Welcome, dear students. In this example of flowchart, we will see a problem which involves both multiple branching and looping concept. I hope you have already seen multiple example problems in your theory classes as well as in lab classes. But this example will help you to understand how these concepts are actually working together and in a basically in a more complex scenario. So first we should get a quick recap of the symbols that we are going to use in our flowchart. So the first symbol is oval shape. So we all know that for each flowchart we have an start symbol and we have an end symbol. So it means we are starting our flowchart and we are ending the flowchart. So oval shape is used for our start or end symbol. Okay, then we have rectangle. So it's basically for showing a process. A process can be increment or decrement or multiply a value or any kind of manipulation on some variable. So then we come to the arrow sign. Arrow sign basically show the flow. So if we want to go from one step to another, we show a arrow sign showing we are going from this step to the next step. So then we have diamond sign. So diamond sign means it basically checks true or false, that we already know. So if something happens, we should do something, and if something does not happen, we have to do another thing. So this kind of checking is uh, we can check this kind of things by diamond shape. Okay, then we have parallelogram. So parallelogram help us to take our input or give an output to user. So now we can go to a problem which combines both looping concept and there could be multiple branching. So here's a question. It shows, it asks us to draw a flowchart that takes a number. A number can be anything. We take n as an input, and for each number, take an input that is value, and then we have to check for each value if it is equal to or greater than or equal to 50. Okay, it can be greater than or equal to 50 or it cannot, but if it is, we have to check if it is divisible by 5 or not. Even we have to check if it is less than 50. We should also check it is divisible by 5 or not. So if it is a bit confusing for you, I am going to break it down for you. So the question asks, so you are going to have a number n. So suppose we have n equal to n equal to 5. So 5 means, so let's put a smaller number 3. So that means n 3 means we have to take 3 inputs. Every time we have to take a value. So for example, in first time user give us a value which is 67. Okay, so 67. So we have to check if 67 is greater than or equal to 50 or not. So as we can see, it is greater than or equal to 50. So we know it is greater than or equal to 50. So we can get the first part. Now we have to check it if it is divisible by 5 or not. So after that we can make a decision it is greater than or equal to 50 and it is divisible by 5 or not. So here it is not divisible by 5. So our output will be it is greater greater than or equal to 50 but not divisible by 5. So suppose we have the number. So next time user give us so as we have taken n equal to 3, so this is the first number, this is the output of the first number. Okay, then the second number, so this time value should user gives us a value which is for example 45. Okay, so this time we can check it is greater than or equal to 50 or not. So 45, as we all know, the 45 is less than 50. So the answer would be it is less than 50. And now second part, is it uh, divisible by 5? Yes. So the answer would be and it is divisible by 5. Okay, so there can be another thing. So as we have taken one input and second input is 45, so we have to take another input. So it is value. Suppose user gives us uh, what 55. So we know it is greater than or equal to 50. The output would be it is greater than or equal to 50 and divisible by 5. So we have already seen it is greater than or equal to 50, not divisible by 5, and greater than or equal to 50 and divisible by 5. So how many answer can get from this flowchart? So I guess I can make you and I can show you an uh, um, table. So I can insert a table here. So two. Okay, so just to make it divisible by 5. So we can have insert table. This enough. Okay, so there can be 4 answers. So first would be the value is greater than or equal to 50 and divisible by 5. So this can happen. So there could be another thing, value is greater than or equal to 50 but not divisible by 5. Okay, then value is less than 50 and divisible by 5. Okay, so also we can have the value is less than 50 and not divisible by 5. So we can get these 4 results depending on the value. Okay, So if we have understood it, now it's time to uh, solve our problem. So this, you are not required to uh, tell us these kind of things in your exam script. So if the question asks you the flowchart, you can draw the flowchart directly. So this part is just for your understanding. Okay, so now we can uh, see the solve. Okay, so here is the solve of this problem. So I have already solved it because it's can see it's quite complicated and it will take some time to draw. It will make things more complex. So that's why I have already I have already completed it in Draw.io, but I will show you each and every step here. So first of all, we know we have star symbol. We are going to take an input in, and this I is for taking the loop. So if user gives us input of 4, then we have to take 4 numbers. So how we can track the numbers, how many numbers we have already seen and how many numbers we have to take further. So for these things we are going to have a variable I equals to 1. So that means we are going to take the first input. Then after getting input, we are going to taking something. I'll be coming to that. Then we are going to increase the i's value of I, because the next time this arrow will go here. Now i's value is not 1. Now it is 2. Then again we are going to take an input. Then we are taking something, and we are I'm coming to this part again. But then again the number is going to increase. So it is now 3. Then we are going to back here again and taking, suppose we have given 4 here. So and it will take I equals to 3 and equals to 4. So it is true. Then again the user can give an input. Then depending on the condition, there will be one output. Then again we are going to increase the value of I. So now it's become 4. So 4, then it's again come to this point, and now we'll be checking the condition. So I greater than less than or equal to n. So 4 4. So from this portion we can see that it is true, because I is 4, n is 4, so it's true. So then again checking happens, and again something like that we are going to have an output and then come to this part. Now I equals to I plus 1, so it will become 5, and 5 will go back to here. Now I is 5, I is 5, your n is 4, so it will become false. As soon as we get false, we are going to end our flowchart. Okay, so if user gives us 4, we are going to have 4 input value. We are going to have a input value 4 times. If user gives 5, we are going to take this 5 times. If user gives 100, so we are going to get 100 values. So depending on what input given by user, and the true will work that number of time, and we'll going to have some checking here. So I will come to this part, but till now we have seen. So depending on the user given input, we are going to check. Okay, so this part is done. So I'm just removing it here so that we can check another thing. So I guess it's clear now. But now the thing is, after getting a value, so now our task is to get the result, the final result, whether it is greater than or equal to 50 or it is less than 50. So the checking is going to, the checking is here. So I'm just reducing the size of marker. Okay, so the checking is here. So as soon as we get a value input, we are checking the value is greater than or equal to 50. It may or it may not. If it is true, we already know that the value will be greater than or equal to 50. So first part of our result, we already get our first part of our result, that the value is going to be greater than or equal to 50. So if it is false, we are sure the number is less than 50. So first part of our result is already determined. So value is maybe greater than or equal to 50 or value is less than 50. So if it is true, so we can surely tell that the value is greater than or 50 here. And if it is false here, we can surely tell that the value is lesser than 50. So first part of answer is done. Now we cannot just tell the value is greater than or equal to 50. We have another part, that the number is divisible by 5 or not. For that, we have come here and checking again. This time for checking the value is divisible by 5 or not. So value, mod sign and 5. So we already know. So if we uh, mod a value, if we have a value and we mod by 5, we will always get a remainder. If the remainder is 0, that means it is divisible by that number. So if value mod 5 equal 0, that means the remainder is 0 and the value is divisible by 5. So if it is true, now we know the final answer. The output will be greater than or equal to 50 and divisible by 5. But if it is false, we already know the number is greater than or equal to 50. Now we'll finalizing the result that, but it is not divisible by 5 because it is greater than or equal to 50. But here we see it is not divisible by 5. That's why false, and this is our answer. The same thing happens here. So we know false. So that means its number is smaller than 50. So we got smaller than 50, smaller than 50. But we still don't know it is divisible by 5 or not. So to check this, we are going to have another checking, that value mod 5 equal 0. If it is true, we know even if the number is less than 50, but it is divisible by 5. But if it is false, we know that number is already smaller than 50, but not divisible by 5. It is also not divisible by 5. So there can be 4 outputs, but not at the same time. So if we take a number, suppose 45, if user give a value 45, then it will check here. So value is not greater than or equal to 50. So it will be false. It will come here. Then it will check it is divisible by 5. Yes, 45 is divisible by 5. So it will come here. Then it will generate the output, this one. So depending on what value is, the result will vary. but the result will be any one of them. And lastly, we are just connecting it and increasing the value, increasing the i's value. Why i's value? I have already told you, because we want to have this for some number of times, and which how many numbers of time it determined by n. Okay, so the loop will go n times. So this is the final example, final result of our flowchart. So you can take this, uh, and if you have any problem, feel free to discuss to your course faculties. Okay, thank you very much.